Hallo, moin, wir sind Lisa und Gregor.
Das heutige Video, dang it, Germany can't easily be gerrymandered.
Yes, and this is brought to you by Rubos, and we will include a link in the description so you can go on over there and do all of the YouTube stuff. Now, I guess maybe about a month and a half ago, the United States was having this big gerrymandering war between Greg Abbott, who's the governor of Texas, and Gavin Newsom, who's the governor of California.
Yeah.
And so that's probably, I think this is where this came from. This was made about a month ago. So I'm sure that has something to do with it. Gerrymandering has always been an issue in the United States.
Yeah, for as long as I can, especially my adult life, for sure. And then as a child, I may not have known what it was, but yeah.
Right. And I'm sure he's going to explain it, but essentially you're just taking the same amount of votes and just dividing them up so that your side can win.
Yeah.
So, So they redraw lines.
Right. And typically in the United States, the Republican Party have been the ones that do that, and they do it unfairly.
Right. Yeah.
To ensure their win.
Yeah, that's true. Now, this was a recommendation that came through our Discord. Friend of the family, as we like to say, for Valu. So this is from her. So we're excited to take a look at it. Before we do that, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 20,000 subscribers. So be a part of the family. All right, ready? Let's go.
The word gerrymandering is in the news a lot at the moment because the state of Texas is redrawing its congressional districts in a highly controversial move. Now, this channel is about Germany, where that kind of thing doesn't seem to happen. So in this video, I'd like to first briefly explain what gerrymandering is, and then talk about how Germany determines how to draw its electoral constituencies. Briefly then, the US is divided into 385 congressional districts, each one electing a representative to the House of Representatives. Districts are drawn up so that as far as possible, each one has a similar population. The US carries out a census every 10 years, on which basis the districts are, if necessary, adjusted to keep the numbers approximately right. The issue is that because it's politicians drawing the boundaries, they can be drawn to favor one party over another. For example, imagine a fictional country with a two-party system with orange party voters concentrated in the West and purple party voters everywhere else. A fair voting district map would look like this, with orange winning 1 seat and purple winning 3. But then the majority purple government redraws the boundaries like this, and now it can win every seat and orange gets none. That is gerrymandering. In the
That is the clearest description of it.
That was a good one.
I've seen all kind of maps and lines and everything and trying to figure it out. But that makes total sense.
That's a good one.
The damn purple people.
I know, damn purple people.
free seat and orange gets none. That is gerrymandering. In the US, this has led to some truly bizarrely shaped congressional districts, like this one that favors the Democrats or this one that favors the Republicans. And yes, both parties do it. What's unusual in this case is that it's happening between censuses and on the orders of the president. So how does
Yes. That's the part that makes it,
he there was in other states he was asking, but Greg Abbott was the one that for sure.
Right.
And he gained like 5 seats from it.
Right. And that's because Texas has been slowly but surely moving to Democrat. And so the midterms are coming up and he wants to, continue to be unchecked in a lot of ways. So he wants to make sure that Texas goes his way.
So the House.
He tried to do other states too, but
Germany do it? Well, at first glance, it's not too different. The country is divided into 299 constituencies, each with an approximately equal number of voters. Basically, you take the number of German citizens divided by 299, and that is the figure that you're aiming for. According to the law, the population of any constituency should not deviate from the average by more than 15%. If it deviates by more than 25%, then boundaries must be adjusted. But in addition to that, the law has a provision that tries to minimize the risk of gerrymandering. Constituencies must form contiguous areas and should, wherever possible, follow existing administrative boundaries. This means that if, for example, you live in a city neighborhood where most people vote orange, your neighborhood isn't going to be shaved off and added to a nearby rural district where everybody votes purple so that your vote becomes useless. In Germany, that would be illegal. It is still politicians who ultimately make the decisions, but on the advice of an electoral commission, which is, in theory, politically neutral. It's made up of the current federal returning officer, one judge from the Federal Administrative Court, and 5 other members. Still, any system can be exploited if you know how, so it's not a perfect guarantee. But there is one other reason that parties don't try to gerrymander constituencies. There'd be no point. And that is because Germany has a type of proportional representation. Basically, as well as voting for a local representative, voters get to vote for a party list. Once all the directly elected local representatives have been allocated their seats, more representatives are added from the party lists until the proportions are right. And what this means is that if the Orange Party gets 25% of the party list vote, it will get 25% of the seats no matter how the constituencies are redrawn. So even if a political party did somehow manage to gerrymander the map, it wouldn't help them. That is the simplified version. The details are, of course, a bit more complicated, and there have been some recent rule changes to try to keep the proportions as accurate as possible without bloating the Bundestag, which is one of the disadvantages of this system. The current rules do mean that a few directly elected representatives can't actually take up their seats, which is a bit controversial and may be changed again in the future, but at this point it really is just fine-tuning. A simpler solution would, of course, be to move to a system of pure proportional representation and do away with constituencies and directly elected local representatives entirely. But there is a good reason to keep them. It means that the Bundestag represents the entire country geographically and demographically. You can be sure that there are going to be representatives from the north, the south, the west, and the east, from urban areas and rural areas, from wealthy regions and poor regions, from places with aging populations and places with high student populations. But as flawed as the current system may be, it does have this one great advantage. Gerrymandering is made very difficult and is, in any case, completely pointless. German politicians have to find some other way of being corrupt. Hi, before I go, I just want to say that I'm working...
Okay, so if I got that right, they vote. I knew that they voted for like a party and then an individual, and so the reason why vote for that party, and I don't know if you know the answer to this, but is to get a percentage of how many people from that party get to have a seat, or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Their process is super complicated.
Yeah.
But
I remember from the stuff we've been doing that they have like these 2 votes, the party and like individuals.
Right.
And it kind of sounded like however many votes that party got turns into a percentage, and that's how many individuals get to be are allotted.
Right.
To be representative. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what he's saying.
Okay, yeah.
If they get 25% or whatever of the vote, then they add in enough representatives to equal the 25%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
there's other ways to be corrupt besides gerrymandering. That's good.
Yeah.
You should get rid of that.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, that's super interesting. In the U.S., I don't know. I mean, it's definitely been a source of controversy in the U.S. for a long time. Yeah. And there have been a lot of people who say that they think that that had a huge part in some of the changes that were made and why Trump got more votes than he did before and all of those things because certain districts were gerrymandered. But but I'm wondering what's interesting. Or I have a question. I'm wondering if you are in his orange and purple example. What it sounds like it's based on geography. So like if you didn't believe in the political views of where you live, like do you move to the purple area?
I don't think you move to the purple area, but
it sounds like it's based on like
your vote, no matter where you live, gets counted. So it's not like the rural areas get
okay, yeah,
more or less.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Because you can't be like, only if you live in the orange area, you can only vote orange or something.
Right.
Okay. I see. I think I was like taking it literally.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just think it's a shame because there are so many other systems that seem to work better than what's happening in the United States, but like it can never be fixed. Like we can't look at Germany and be like, oh dang, what you guys are doing is working. Maybe we should adopt that. Like, I don't know.
One reason it could never be fixed is because usually the party that wants to fix it is the party that just lost.
Oh, that's
so they're
true.
not empowered to fix it.
Right.
So, and then the people who just won, like they're not going to fix it,
right?
Because that's the reason they won.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. Man, it's so dumb. So we're never going back. All right, let's take a look.
Oh, he said correction.
Let's see what he's correcting here.
Yeah.
Before I was just about to say my thing.
Oh, sorry.
Let's take a look and see what the people have to say.
Okay.
All right. So correction. There are 435 congressional districts in the U.S. I misunderstood something I read about each state being guaranteed at least one representative.
Okay, I knew it was 400 something.
Yeah.
The 300 didn't sound right.
Okay. I always find it very funny and frustrating when Americans talk that they need to ban gerrymandering, but never mention proportional representation, which would obviously fix it. Thanks. Okay.
Like we just know gerrymandering's bad, but the idea of proportional representation is never brought up. That's true. I've never heard that word.
Well, that's what they're
going
just
around.
saying. That's what they do in Germany.
Right.
Yeah. So, but it's not brought up because of kind of the reason I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It's definitely brought up, but it's never implemented. German politicians have to find some other way of being corrupt. Well said, sir. Nice closing words. All right, that'll be a nice closing comment.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, hey, we do have another channel, Greg and Lisa React, and over there we do react to primarily UK. So we've included a link in the description so you can head on over there and check out some of those reactions. And we also want to give a special shout out to our members. So the members are a huge part of our channel. We really do appreciate them. We get a lot of comments. One way to guarantee that we see your comment is to become a member because we respond to 100% of those comments. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Wir danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Video.
Bis dann.
Peace.